All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Owlet tournament. We're now in week 3, stage 1, match day 2 here. So we've got a interesting matchup. They've already completed one map tonight. Sorry for the bit of a delay. We had some issues on the production side tonight. Streamlabs scuffed up just a bit. But my name's Futmob, and I'm joined tonight by Toots. Welcome, Toots.
Thank you very much. How you doing?
Doing good. Really looking forward to this match here. I'm a huge fan of OlderWatch. I'm a huge fan of the Megs. Both of these teams have something that I think everybody in the tournament loves, great attitudes. And, interesting matchup we've got actually tonight. So just to kind of get everyone caught up on the action here, the Megs did end up taking map 1 Ilios 2-0. We're going to be moving into Rialto here, map 2. And it does look like at least OlderWatch is going to be starting here on defense. So just from what we saw in map 1 there, just kind of fill people into it. What do we think? What are we thinking about the matchup tonight?
So map 1 was Ilios, and what they played on, I'm trying to remember they played on Well and Ruins, if I'm not mistaken. And so we got to see a little bit of Orisa pulled pork, Orisa hog combos. We got to see some Farah, and then on Ruins we got to see some Widow. And while the Megs won 2-0, Eye Sickness, OlderWatch's Widow, was popping off quite a bit in Ruins. So I'm really hoping that going into the second map, Rialto, that we'll really get to see a performance, and hopefully OlderWatch will get on the board here.
Welcome to Rialto.
Yeah, I'm really hoping right now that we're not going to be seeing a, basically just a goats v goats. So I'm hoping we're not going to be seeing a goats v goats. Everything good on the production side there, Chaos?
Yeah, it should be coming online now. Once again, guys, sorry for the errors and stuff. It seems like Streamlabs deleted all of my scenes and everything, so it'll be a bit before I get set up again here. But
how dare Streamlabs?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I apologize to the casters. I apologize to the teams as well.
You're good.
I didn't expect it to happen.
Should we go back into our introduction then, you think, Chaos?
I think you guys are
We've
good.
been live?
Okay.
We're good? Alright, just making sure we're good. Yeah. So, alright. Excellent. Yeah. Fantastic. So, back to the action here. So, like we said here, we've got OlderWatch starting out on defense. I was hoping not to see some goats v goats, but it looks like we're actually...
goats.
Oh, we're getting the goats here. We've got a...
goats v goats?
And this is always an interesting matchup here. We have Moira goats against Zen goats here. I'm betting right now that with the setup we've got from OlderWatch, we're talking about a spawn camp here. 100% a spawn camp. Yeah, so, the interesting thing about playing the spawn camp strategy is that you're essentially you're playing the objective, right? The ultimate goal here is to stretch out the fights as long as you can. Eventually, you die on payload as a team, and then you try to get as many fights between point 1 and capping point 1, right? So, any moment here, they're going to be hopping out here. This is going to be some pretty intense action. So, here comes...
How many Lucio boops do we see?
Yeah, how many? I think Lucio's going to have to go.
5.
He's getting ready. He's getting ready for it. He might be a little late. They got to go now, and they do hop down. So, a little bit of a pause there, and Jolly Roger just gets destroyed. So this is, again, this is the strength of Zen Goats right here, the ability for you to essentially just put a Discord on the target and watch them just melt. So exactly what happened there.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, that was incredibly fast. Not a big fan of Moira. The orbs get eaten by Diva.
That must have happened there.
As much value. Yeah, it had to have happened there. And now we see the Megs really pushing forward here. They're going to have to mount some kind of offensive here. They're just going to be able to push point the whole time. We have a big shatter in there from Fancy Bunny. And yeah, they're cleaning up again here. So again, it does look like, at least right now, that OlderWatch is just not able to get a footing. To a certain extent here, they're actually just they're stalling out the tank there on the side of OlderWatch. They're staggering them. So this is not looking good. They get point 1. There wasn't really much of a fight there from OlderWatch.
They need a full regroup.
Yeah, they really need to back up here. Now we've got 2 who got bad spawns. They're going to catch them on the return here. Yeah, this is not looking good. Eye Sickness is probably going to be going down any moment here, getting demec'd over there in the side room. And it's really kind of amazing to watch this right now because we have...
We're seeing some overextension here.
Yeah, we did get some picks, though, on the side of OlderWatch, so it does look like they might be able to turn this around, because they need to win a fight here, or they're just going to get rolled through point 2. So
yeah, the Megs pushed over way too far. 2 of their supports were on payload, and 4 were trying to push in on 6. And You know, it's a recipe for disaster when you're playing goats.
They really need to just hold this corner here. They need to hold strong. You know, try to be careful with the bubbles. Bubbles are already out though, and I think they're being a little preemptive here with the bubbles on the side of OlderWatch. We have the big bomb coming in with the grab. This is gonna be big. This is huge. Malik goes down. Whiskey goes down, and it does look like this fight, or at least this fight right here, is going to be taken by the Megs. So again, they're just pushing right through the team. There's little, if any, pushback right now from
They need to
OlderWatch.
just die here. They need to not hold shield, just run into them and die.
Yeah. Now, I just want to point something out. I mean, the matchup we have here is between the Megs and OlderWatch. The Megs currently placed 8th. OlderWatch currently 16th place in Owlet. So, you know, they are looking. I'm wondering what a victory for OlderWatch would be for tonight. I mean, if we. In kind of a funny turn here, if we look at the if we actually look at the team cards from OlderWatch, they're hoping just to get a win in Owlet. A map.
Oh, a win.
A win is what they're looking for, and we'd love to see it. The big shatter in here from Fancy. Team going down, going to charge back into the team, completely safe here, and you know, they're just taking it to OlderWatch right now. I mean, they are just rolling them. Big bomb coming in here. Is it going to get anyone? Does get 2. No. Jaeger and Fap down, and they are just pushing this payload. Yeah, this is, again, you know, we need a regroup here, and I just can't help but think that right now the mechanical skill maybe of the Megs, maybe that's what's causing it. It's hard to tell, but it just seems like they can't get any value in it. And there we go, shatter out there from the side of OlderWatch gets.
Yeah, but Jolly got stuffed. He didn't even get the shatter out.
Yeah, and you know, now they're just throwing ults out. So
I don't know if the payload stopped there.
I actually don't think I've seen a cap on Rialto faster than that before, Toots.
I don't think I have either, except maybe in some of my comp games.
Yeah, I mean, one of your comp games in ranked, yeah.
Against me, yeah.
Yeah, of course, right? When you had 2 levers and you decided to stay in for the Lucio boop of the game at the end.
Just bad.
Yeah, just bad.
Just bad.
Yeah, and this is coming from a GM player there in Toots, so yeah, rip.
Not for long.
Yeah, can we get an F in chat there for Toots' SR?
For my SR, please.
Yeah, currently, the Megs are up 1 cast. But yeah, I'm hoping. Honestly, I've heard this a lot, right? If you feel like you're just not as mechanically good as the other team, you can't run goats into them. Okay, like you can't do the goats be goats because the mechanically better team wins almost every single time. I really think they need to switch something up here on the side of OlderWatch. Like,
so what do you think we should see?
I want to see a Pharah. Like, they just need to switch to Pharah here.
Don't have mechanical skill and play Pharah? Like, that sounds like a big ask.
I mean, I don't know if it's a big ask. I mean, just let the Pharah float in the air. I mean,
just hit your rockets forehead.
Yeah, hit your rockets, man. Now, we are getting set up here for another spawn camp. The
Megs is doing it right. The Megs is doing it right.
I love the setup here. I really want to see some boops, but you can't really get the boops here. But they're going to be holding them right at the spawn doors, and this is actually what I thought OlderWatch should have done.
They have a hog, not a diva.
Yeah, they want the self-heals, I think, is what they're going for in the pick potential with Hog.
Yeah, I think they want the pulse, for sure.
OlderWatch isn't very... I don't think they recognize it. They do recognize them now. They're moving in on them, and they're going forward fast. And for some reason... oh my gosh, yeah! Gino actually just booped Jolly Roger out of the way. He ended up charging off the bridge.
Wow.
What a play there by Gino. So, and they're just holding them here at the spawn doors. They're saying, you guys are not getting out tonight. So, you know, is OlderWatch going to be going to sleep here? Not sure if it's past their bedtime, but we need to see if they can kind of push out just a bit here. Maybe swap the bash and do something here, right?
Yeah.
But this is
honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing some really crazy strats from them. I mean, if you're
a
really
Pharah, a Bastion. I mean, sometimes you gotta change things up a little, guys.
Just get out. You know, you just gotta get out.
Now, this fight's devolved just a bit. We are getting Pixo on the side of the Megs again. So
Wisco didn't even get his ult off.
Oh boy, yeah. This is not looking good here. Fap doesn't make it back to the spawn. They need to swap it up. An Ana would be phenomenal right here. 100% they need to be swapping to an Ana, I think, at least. You know, there's no Diva to eat the nade. Maybe set up a Bastion, power boost it with a Mercy. Like, get that damage in there, guys. We know you can do it. And Charlie's off the map. Lord of Lollies says, not today, boy.
Is this stream? Does this stream have a parental warning? Because we're watching explicit content here.
It does feel that way just a bit, doesn't it, Toots? So
yeah.
We currently have the payload having moved 6.47 meters.
Huge.
Listen, I'm a huge fan of OlderWatch, but you guys gotta swap it up. Come on now, let's go.
Get creative. Get wild. These guys are. These guys have a weird sense of humor. We've learned that from watching the in-match chat.
Yeah, I mean,
they've got it in them.
Here comes a big bomb. This could be big though. And
there
it does get Gino down, Fancy down, and it does look Jolly gets pulled off then by Lord of Lollies, and here comes Dog from Lollies, and yeah, this is not looking good. They need a push on this. They are getting some movement now. We're at 16 meters 49, 16.49 meters, and it does look like Lord does go down. Finally, so we do have some card push.
Let's go, OlderWatch.
Yeah, come on, OlderWatch.
Let's go.
Let's make this happen, guys. Now, we have a grab coming up here. We do have the beat on the side of Megs, but I think they can push through this. Now, we do have a swap off Hog here for the D.Va, recognizing they have grab. They're maybe going for an eat here. This is definitely a smart play. They need to be really careful here. Malik needs to be careful.
Oh,
the beat does come out on the side of OlderWatch here. We need to see a grab. Fancy's going low. Jaeger looking for some value here, but I think they're coming in here for the grab. Malik looking for the grab right now. Does get the grab in. They need to start swinging, and it was actually it was a grab on the side of
Magic
the Megs.
Grab,
so
yeah.
Malik did end up holding the grab. You know,
I would have liked to see it much earlier there.
Yeah, now if we look at the alt economy here, right, we have Cat who has an alt coming up, so we have Trance. Not only that, but we have Beat. So this is not looking good, and we also have the Shatter, so they can't just swing freely into that.
Yep.
So we do see a nice flank here though from the Megs. It looks like they're going to be coming up around. It doesn't look like OlderWatch has any idea where they're at. This is not looking good. Massive Shatter from behind. It does look like Wisco goes down, and this fight was over again before it began.
They had that trance to get him in there. They could take the risk.
Yeah, Cat knew exactly what to do. The trance was exactly the right call. I mean, they could have beat also. Maybe beat might have been the better call, but again, this is just not looking good for OlderWatch. They do have a win condition coming up here, though, right?
Bomb combo, right?
Bomb
Either
combo
Shatter or grab.
up.
They might throw all three just to guarantee that the take.
They're going to be holding them in spawn again here. Sickness going down.
Yeah, this is a smart play from them.
They do have time, but the Lucio needs to be ready to touch point. They need to look for the grab. No Shatter there from Jolly. They are pushing through with the trance. I do like this. They do need to touch point. They are going to get to point. And they don't have grab. Malik gets taken out. The bomb does come in, though, from Lord. And Fap does get taken out along with Wisco on point. The bomb comes in, though. This could get a few. And they do have personal bubbles, so this fight's over. And it does look like we're going to have the Megs taking map 2. So,
that was painful. Victory. No, we can... No, we'll talk. We can talk forever.
Yeah, so... looking at it right now, what's your kind of word for this map? What's your kind of like feeling, your takeaway from what we just saw?
From this game?
Yeah, I mean from this game, maybe from this map, because I think this map was much more convincing than what we saw in Ilios.
Is the word that comes to mind. This was a savage game on the side of the Megs. Like, I think... okay, so we were talking about that we wanted OlderWatch to take a win. We wanted them to get their first win tonight. But honestly, so we talked about this a little bit off stream. We can talk about it on stream. What's the map count for OlderWatch?
So looking at the map count right now for OlderWatch, they're at 1 map win. And,
one map win. So how many maps have they lost? Like, how many have they played total?
Well, including this map right now, we're at 21 map losses. So
this is like a Shanghai Dragons kind of situation. I think. Everybody.
I don't know about the Shanghai Dragons situation here. I mean, I think OlderWatch is probably better than the Shanghai Dragons. Let's just no.
Okay, so no, they did not perform worse. Let's put it that way. They have not had as long of a losing streak as Shanghai has. So they're at least up in that department. But
if we're being honest here, we love these guys, right?
We love them. Yeah. How can you not? How can you not love a team like this?
Let's just go down these interesting facts here from OlderWatch. All right, and we'll skip over the ones that are not so safe for work. But let's take eye sickness for instance. This is an incredible fact. Often doesn't know what time it is because he doesn't own a watch. Wow. These guys are
guys.
I absolutely love their team cards. We have Jolly Roger here who can walk backwards up a hill. Fantastic.
I've never tried, but it must be hard.
Faptastrophe. Not only a wonderful name, but also 69 inches tall. And Malik himself, this is probably my favorite one. His wife has small hands.
Mhm.
You know, what a fact. I mean, these guys,
It's a
you know,
thing.
they gave us interesting player facts. A lot of times I get player facts from the teams, right? And it's like, oh, joined the team 2 months ago. Cool. That's interesting. These are interesting facts.
Won Owlet last season. You know, whatever. This guy, wife has small hands.
Yeah, and then you have Wisco
Compete with that.
Tangi, and you know, oldest person on the team. We don't even know how old he is.
The team
He
is
could
called
be
OlderWatch,
ancient.
guys.
He could literally be ancient. Then we have Jaeger, like the drink for the pronunciation. Like, didn't even spell it out phonetically. They're just like the drink. Okay.
You know how
Right.
it's pronounced.
For some
ordered that.
reason, though, Jaeger's never eaten a taco. I don't necessarily believe that one.
Where must you be living on Earth to
Yeah.
not have access to that? Maybe it's a
Yeah.
preference. You know, maybe
Maybe
you know,
it is a
it's
preference, right? Yeah.
by
Like.
selection.
Yeah, like I don't know why you would never want to eat a taco, but like it is possible you live in some remote area up
Mhm.
north and
No tacos.
no tacos, right?
Or it's like a town of Footloose type situation, but instead of banning dancing, they banned tacos instead.
yeah. And then you have Synergy, who's not in tonight, but Synergy likes to go sicko mode. I'm old, so I could probably fit right in with OlderWatch. I actually don't know what sicko mode means, so
You've never just gone sicko on some fool? You know, it gets you real angry and you just go sicko on him.
I've done what those people call a zenyatta flank before, and
Oh, that's sicko mode.
I have taken out a few
But
people
also-
with that zenyatta flank. Now I don't know if that means sicko mode as much as popping off. Is that the same thing?
I think sicko mode is like popping off, but maybe more losing yourself.
Losing yourself. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I've never really done that unless I was tilted. So maybe
No,
he
but it's a
likes
good-
to get tilted. Oh, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Going sicko mode is like you want your DPS or flanking Zenyatas to go sicko on the enemy.
I
team,
want my
think.
mercy to go sicko mode.
Yes, whip out that blaster.
Only in Valk. Now, what does the team focus on in practice? Now, nothing against the Megs here. They've been doing fantastic tonight, but we really want to focus on OlderWatch. And it's because the Megs decided not to give us a team card. So we love them, but
Hey,
how are we going to have fun with you guys if we don't have a team card? Now,
The Megs made me their mascot, so I don't know if that's official or unofficial, but I'll take what I can get.
yeah, we had a
so
30-minute pause, and there were a lot of things said during that
We
pause.
bonded. We bonded. They
we
made me
bonded.
their mascot people.
Yeah, it's possible after we're done with this, Toots may actually reveal his face to the world, and that will be the mascot.
And I'll be their logo. I wouldn't even have to reveal it. They'll reveal it as their logo. But let's talk a little bit about Anubis while we're here.
Do we have to? Do we have to?
I think we should. We don't
I
have
bet
to.
we're going to see some goats v goats or maybe some Bastion. Okay, we're done talking about Anubis. Let's go back to the team card. No.
I'm pretty sure they won't ask us to cast again if we don't talk about Anubis.
All right, so Anubis, it's in the desert.
Yeah, so it's a map that we see a lot of dive on for first point, both sides. We see a lot of goats, but it tends to happen in the later stages. But we also see interesting choices like a lot of Widow sometimes. We see Sombra every now and then, especially on
Genji,
second.
maybe?
Sometimes May. Hopefully Genji. Genji does really well here. What else?
Looking at the comps right now, we've got a floats on the side of, it looks like, OlderWatch. Got to switch my...
Yeah, they
little-
swap sides.
Yeah, they
here.
swap sides here. So we do have OlderWatch on attack. We have the Megs on defense. Megs running kind of a modified bunker comp here with the Reinhardt, Junkrat, and the Ashe. I'm not a big fan of Reinhardt with bunker comps.
And
he
Zarya
has
on this
2,000.
map.
Yeah. Now, why would that be the case? Well, Reinhardt has 2,000 shield, and there's only 900 shield for Orisa, but you actually end up having more shield with Orisa because of the cooldown, and as long as you're smart with how you're using it, it actually ends up turning to be a lot more value than Reinhardt, especially when you're trying to hold down, right?
Yeah.
Now, we've got, again, like I said, we've got floats on the side of OlderWatch here. That's basically a Winston instead of a Reinhardt and the goat setup. Sometimes they call it dotes. Call it whatever you will. They're diving in here. They're putting pressure on. Sickness taking a lot of damage. Jaeger going down to Magic Cat, and it does look like this fight's going to be over here. So they were able to sustain, but I think they're going to get a pick here maybe on Sid. Nope, they're not able to. So Malik himself getting charged onto point here, getting taken down. You know, not a bad engagement though from OlderWatch. You know, I think if they kind of back off there a little bit during the initial engagement, they might get a little bit more value, but I think they're going to have some trouble here. I think they maybe speed under, kind of take out Riley on top here, and then kind of like hold off on point, but take advantage of the high ground that their comp affords them here.
Yeah, this is a good comp to be running into what Old Megs has, honestly. I think they just need to choose the right targets and find an opening here.
I agree. You know, I mean, Magic Cat is kind of a weak point here on the side of the Megs. I mean, he's definitely available to be picked. It's going to be important to watch Malik using the bubbles, though, on Jolly as he drops in.
Oh, no.
Or as she goes in, I should say. So, not looking good here. Jaeger getting low. Jaeger going down, but Malik able to take out Lord, and Fap just popping off here on Magic Cat. So, you know, good trades here. If they can just disengage, Malik can keep his energy. I think we might be looking good here for a re-engage.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Jolly needs to get out here. Malik does get taken out. No, Malik.
Hate to see it.
Yeah.
As a Zarya main myself, you hate to see a Zarya die with high charge. It
you know, if there's one person who should make it out, I don't care who it is other than Zarya. Now, they're not even resetting. They need to back up here. The tire is going to come in. They need to wait for their Zarya to get there. I'm not sure I like this engagement here. I do like him taking point, though. This is actually not bad. He needs to watch out. Does get pinned.
Yeah, this is too... Yeah,
but he's going to have ult. Jolly's close to ult. He can't get it, though. Or she can't get it. And the Shatter comes in, but the beat comes in here from the Megs. I think this is an overcommitment by the Megs.
Yeah, this is not bad. This is... It looks like a wipe, but I mean, they way overinvested their ultimates. They're going to have Grav and Nano rolling into this, but...
That takes out Sid, though. I mean, he's going to get back quick.
OlderWatch is going to have everything else on the table to work with here. This should be their point to take if they use their ults correctly.
Now, they just need to be careful because we do have the Grav on the side of Megs here. So, you know...
But that's it.
Yeah, they got back, but they really need to make sure that nade does not make it in from the Megs. If they purple them right here, it's over. If they don't, if they can sustain through this, I think they're going to be okay. But they're swapping up entirely here. Sickness swapping up on the Widow. Wisco going over to Pharah here. I'm not sure about the Pharah call, especially into an Ashe, who's really, in my opinion, a hard counter to Pharah.
I like the Widow, though. I think they're hoping Sickness can zone out the Ashe.
Yeah, I think they're thinking... Now, Wisco really needs to watch out here, and Magic takes out Fap, so not sure how exactly that happened. Nice use of the E ability there, though, from Riley, and it looks like they're trying to force them off high ground. If they can push onto Trash Panda here, I think this might not be that bad, but they're just, you know... I just feel like they're taking too much damage every single time right now.
Too, out of OlderWatch. No support change lineup, except they're running just Zen Lucio now.
Yeah, I almost think they need to swap up. Like, I don't like the Pharah pick here, especially if you're not going to
wait a second. What's happening here?
I mean, it does look
Jolly's
like
going in.
Just saying, yo, I'm going to carry you guys. Don't worry. Sickness takes out Riley, though. This could be really nice. Jolly needs to watch out. Wisco takes out Lord. Wisco takes out Sid. You're going to be pushing on a point. Are we going to get a barrage here on point? Wisco 53 to it. Jolly taking out Magic Cat. It does look like somehow they've been able to...
Point.
How? I don't know how right now.
How did that happen?
This just came out of absolutely nowhere.
I thought I understood this game. The solo grab on the Nano Reinhardt. This is just full of surprises.
Now, I've seen some BM before. I'm not going to say that solo grabbing a Reinhardt's BM. I think they should have saved that. I think it's an overcommitment from Malik, especially when they won the point. Needs a little bit of restraint, might be the word we could use here.
Hey,
a little bit of restraint.
Taking that point, though.
Yeah. Hey, as long as you win the point, that's what matters, right? Sometimes it's the real answer. Now, Wisco taking out Riley, the counter there. Nice pick there, and they're going to be building up barrage, but Wisco really needs to watch out. Fap. Oh, Sickness
is
again
just wiping
popping off. You know, Sickness, we saw it on big ult here from Wisco. Gets slept though. What a great sleep there from Trash Panda. Like they knew it was coming in there. Sickness though taking out Trash Panda. We have the trance coming in though to stabilize here. The tire's going to be huge though. It's massive into the grab. Takes out 3. That's exactly what they needed to stop that push right there. So, you know, there's a lot going on right now in this match.
Okay, so Wisco got slept, hit the ground, got up and got instantly shattered by Fancy. Literally just woke up
And
from
then
sleep to
got
get
grabbed by the team also.
And then
So
in the grab. It was
literally-
okay. I'm sorry.
there were 3 ultimates that were used there on their team. So they were grabbed. Well, they were shattered first, right? Before the sleep. They were sleep, shatter, grab, tire. Like, at this point, the Megs is like, just dump all the ults. It doesn't matter, guys. Just win the point. Just win the point here.
Yeah, it's got to be demoralizing for Wisco to
Now-
get hit by that much CC.
I want to see Jolly kind of. I want her to pop into the back here and zone out Trash Panda here with a bubble. But they're on Reaper now. This is not going to be good for Jolly. Jolly does have her ult right now. She can kind of go into the back line. They need to engage on a dive. She does go back there. Needs to watch out. Gets the bubble here from Malik. And it looks like
Riley's
Jolly's
down,
going to have to
pushing
pop
in.
an ult here. Too late on it. It does look like they're going to get a few
Oh,
ticks
this is
here.
looking good. This is looking real good.
This is looking great right now. We're going to get an ult here from the Pharah too as well. I think they're going to be able to cap all 2.
Let's go, OlderWatch.
They need to take out Sid. They do take out Sid, and they're going to get the points.
Oh, yeah. All
Way
right.
to turn it around,
sorry.
OlderWatch.
Quality
I mean-
Overwatch performance. I'm impartial as a caster.
Yeah, I've never been partial, ever.
Ever about anything.
Yeah, I have no opinions on anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So, what do you think OlderWatch did right? What do you think the Megs did wrong?
honestly, at this point, I think they just... I know nothing about Overwatch clearly at this point because the Pharah worked. So
I'm being retaught.
stick with the Pharah.
Send your tank in by yourself.
Yeah.
And then have your Pharah without any support from a Mercy go in.
Just
clean
let
up.
it happen, guys. Just
Easy
let it
clap.
happen. I mean, easy
clap.
clap. Exactly, easy clap. So,
Just go sicko mode. It's that easy.
yeah, and Synergy's not here, so I guess Ice Sickness was like, I'm just gonna have to go sicko mode on him right there. I mean,
Yeah.
his name is Ice Sickness, so a play on words? I don't know. But let me
You
take a
decide.
sip of my wine here while I try to figure out what I've learned tonight.
I think he means grape juice.
Yeah, safe for work. Grape juice. Aged grape juice. Oh man, but we do have the comp coming out here from OlderWatch. It's actually a mirror from what the Megs was playing, so this is interesting. We do have the Ashe, we do have the Junkrat.
Is this the meta? Like I haven't played this map in a while, or I haven't seen this map played for Owlet in a while. Is this the Owlet meta?
This might be the Owlet meta right here. I think Ice Sickness is sitting up here saying, come on at me, Riley. I don't think you can do anything to me. And to be honest, Sickness has had the best of Riley all night long.
Yeah.
So,
let's see the Ashe
yeah.
play.
Let's see here. And Wisco saying, bye-bye,
Let's go.
Sid. I know you're going on that flank. Oh, man. I am absolutely loving this play right now from OlderWatch here. They're not letting one of the better teams in the league here just dictate what they're going to do. I love the setup. They're spread out really well. Jaeger's probably going to have to rotate back up to high ground here to be safe. I do like FAP's positioning here. They don't have any real way to contest them. So, overall, I do like the positioning right now from OlderWatch. I think they have the potential here to hold just a bit. Now, Riley's caught out here on the right. They're going to probably take out Riley. Now, Jaeger's
this
going to
is
need to
trouble.
rotate. FAP needs to rotate. This is going to
Jolly
this could
can't
be
push in
really
here.
bad. They need to back out of there. Now, Wisco's putting in a lot of damage. Magi putting in the damage. And
Oh no.
again, I think the rotation was slow there from Fab. Just a bit slow. But Wisco's putting in a ton of damage. If he can stay alive, and he can't. So,
Magic Cat is just picking him off one by one.
yeah, I think at this point, this fight's probably over. Sickness does take out Trash, but, it's just a matter of time here. They need to avoid potentially getting rolled, so they need to die on point at this point. They need to die on point.
Sickness.
Now, Sickness just says, no, it's okay. They're going to have some bad spawns. We're fine, guys. So, Sickness right now, my player of the game for OlderWatch here.
Yeah, we're seeing, definitely lighting up the kill feed for OlderWatch, and definitely one of the DPS carries.
Yeah, now Magic Cat's gonna have their ult pushing in here to .1 or .2. Looking for a nice Deadeye, probably gonna break shield, and then they might have themselves yeah, Wisco though taking out Trash Panda out of nowhere.
Alright.
That's what we call a right click to the face. So
Anna's, mind your sightlines.
yeah, there should never be a time when Anna decides to be the first person to engage people.
Yeah.
So it does look like Jolly's going to push forward a bit. She's trying to say, hey, we're going to hold this line and we'll kite you guys back just a bit here. But it does look like, to a certain extent, the Megs are maybe not sure how they want to approach this point. They're simply standing in choke here. Now, they
What
are
do you think
pushing
they're gonna
forward
do
here. You know, I'm looking for... Well, Bob's coming in right now on the side of OlderWatch here, and they do wall off. They're going to have to charge in. The charge does come in here. They're going to get Lord. Lord gets taken out. We get the ult here.
Nice
but
counter pick.
They do get a nice trade here, though, and the Nano, though, coming in here on Wisco. Deadeye, they need to watch out for this Deadeye here. The Shatter, though, is big.
Oh, in vain.
But what a great use of wall there from Wisco, and they're not actually looking like they're going to give this up here, Toots.
Yeah, that hold was really convincing, and I think they're getting a ton of value out of the Mei, which we talked about before the map started. She's really good on point 2, and it's going to be completely about the Meg's ability to play around Mei. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see a switch off of Reinhardt.
I agree, and looking at it right now, they're on Tracer Genji here. They're not running dive, but if you look at it, they do have grab coming up, but they have trance on the side of OlderWatch here, so I think they can sustain.
Maybe they're looking to trade.
Yeah, they might be looking to trade. Now, I like the positioning taken by the Megs here. Looks like they're trying to go around. They might get walled off here, though, and this is not looking good here on the side of the Megs. They do get the trade that they wanted, but, single-handedly right now, Wisco is saying, why don't you guys come on over into my space here?
No.
The ult comes in, but the team's not able to follow up. The sleep, though, on FAP is massive. This could be huge. FAP might get taken out. The trance does come in, but they're purpled. I don't think they're going to be able to stabilize this. Are they going to be able to... They do get the pick. Jolly comes in, gets trash.
This is a hold.
But I don't know if this is a hold.
I think it's a hold.
I think it is a hold here. Without a single tick given up, Toots.
Oh my god.
What is going on right here? Magic Cat is popping off right now.
But low. Magic Cat's... Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
He basically built a blade right there in one fight.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is just going to be playing for EMP to set this all up. I mean, I think they did a really good job on the side of the Megs to go on right side and render the Mei wall useless at this point. So it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if they push that again. I think they should. It worked out well last time.
Yeah. Now Trash Panda again holding on backside as they push through. They do get walled off here. The Shatter comes through, but most of it gets blocked off. Fancy Bunny goes down here. This is a good trade, and it does look like OlderWatch is going to be able to hold this once again. So, well,
there's a lot of trading. I think OlderWatch is
there is a lot of trading. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're going to give up all their points. I don't think they're going to give up all the points here, but they are going to be able to hold here. I think at this point, Magic Cat needs to fall back here. They are going to have EMP coming up, and they don't have trance on the side of OlderWatch here, so this is not looking good. But I want to draw your attention here to the time right now. We're at 2 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, they're setting a pretty good pace. Like, I mean, they just need to stall. I mean, even one more fight, and it's unlikely that they're going to match the time of OlderWatch here if they manage to take on this push, which is uncertain.
Now, we do have the dive now. Sickness does take it down. We have the beat coming in, but the Shatter is huge here, but the sleep is even bigger.
Oh my
gosh. They really need to take this monkey out. The trades are not looking good here right now for OlderWatch. They need to watch out. They need to take out the D.Va, but they can't. And
Wisco got hacked. Let's see if Wisco can get back with...
Bob does come in, though, but the EMP on Bob. So, I mean, the contest is really good. The Blizzard does come in. This could be huge right here. The trance comes in. I think they're going to be able to hold here. If they just focus down the target, they need to take out... The grab is going to be coming in from Malik any moment now. The grab does come in, and they should be able to hold this. What can we say right now other than the power of Mei?
Yeah,
this
was a stall
of Mei. Now, they didn't even take the second tick.
Wow. That's hard.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get to 66.66 to get it, something like that. And they got 65.8. Didn't even get the tick. OlderWatch here, looking like they might actually hold .2 and take this map here from the Megs. Come on, OlderWatch.
We've still got a minute and a half.
I mean, come on, both teams. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean,
we love an underdog story, don't we?
What do you think Old Megs pushes in with here?
I mean, at this point,
there's
going to be a bomb initiation here. That's what I'm thinking. They're going to initiate a bomb. The Reaper swap is a good swap. I do like it, but they take out Sid again here. The D.Va gets demeched, and this is just fantastic to watch here. What a hold right now from OlderWatch. Okay. If we're looking at what's going on comp-wise here, I really do believe at this point that they should have stuck with the full dive and just gotten aggressive on them. I really do think that was probably the better call here.
On the side of Megs?
On the side of the Megs. But the Reaper swap here kind of says, even if you guys do decide to swap to dive, We've got a
You have to
Reaper
play
here.
around Reaper, yeah.
Yeah, and that's not easy to do. Now, looking at Reaper's position here, Sickness holding the perch here, getting ready to hop back down. I think the first one maybe to go down here is maybe Trash Panda. You know, he's going to hop down there,
Yeah.
hop right on Trash Panda, and
Hop in the back
they're going to
line.
have to watch out here. So here goes Sickness coming into the back line, actually pushing through the front now. The Diva Bomb does come in.
this could be
Sickness
bad.
should be fine here.
Okay.
And yeah, it looks like they're going to sustain the counter beat though on the side of OlderWatch and the trance coming in. They're going to be able to hold this here, Toots.
What do you
the-
think about
the
that
Mayo-
trance?
I think the trance was maybe an overcommitment, but maybe the staggers right now. Look at Trash Panda. Okay, look at where Trash
Oh,
Panda is
no.
right now
You gotta
on
run
their
in.
backside. Can
It's
you
too late.
believe this
Yeah, it's
right
too
now?
late.
Now
I understand
Anna
why Trash is hiding.
Anna's in the special forces, right? This is some
Stealth operation.
stealth
Oh, God.
operation if I've ever
Contesting
seen.
point.
Contesting point. They don't even see her there. The nano coming in. Is this going to be a massive play? But the trades are on the side of OlderWatch here. The shatter is huge, though. But the Reaper ult coming in. Can this finish it off? They're going to hold.
Yeah, they're
OlderWatch
holding
is
this.
going to be able to take this map from the Megs. What a hold there from OlderWatch.
Let's go OlderWatch.
Let's go. So, winning one
yeah.
match in Owlet. I'm going to tell you right now, Toots, this match is not over. We're going to
No.
map 4. There's still a chance for OlderWatch to win their first match of the season. Come on now. This
hey,
is...
can we get a comeback in chat? Let's go.
Yeah, can we get rid of the Fs in chat? I don't even know what's in chat right now. I haven't even read chat tonight. Should we be reading chat? I mean, where is our chat, people? That's
Fire
what
up, chat. Come on.
Yeah, we should fire up chat here. Let's see what chat's thinking is gonna happen tonight. We've got 12 viewers. That's a massive number of viewers. So, you know, I guess at this point, the question I have for everybody is, you know, does OlderWatch have what it takes to win the next map and force us into a tiebreaker map, a tiebreaker 5th map? And you know, I gotta say, I think from what I saw right there, anything's possible, right?
We
I
saw
think it
well
could certainly
executed
happen.
strats. Like
Yeah.
from OlderWatch, they put up and consistently got good May walls. They had Ryan initiate. They had Ana nade to go in with. They had everything they needed every single fight. Like I saw a team that had a plan, was disciplined, and executed it well. I think OlderWatch has what it takes to come back and win this.
Yeah, you know, especially on those 2 CP maps, right? The longer it goes on for the defense, the more advantage they have. You know, that's the way it works. And sometimes you just need to go in there with a dry run. And I think maybe the Megs could have benefited maybe from some more dry runs there where they kind of build up a few and then they kind of go in there with a little bit more than what they were actually going in there with.
Yeah.
Now, important, right? The Megs is a great team. They're definitely a great team.
Mhm.
And, you know, they've got a point to prove here, right? They want to move into and solidly take up that kind of like top half of the table.
Upper half, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're right on the edge right now.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, at this point, I think, you know, they do have that to prove. I think they're going to be pushing really hard on Hollywood here. And Hollywood, I think we're going to see some more goats. I think it's certainly possible. We might see a bunker comp again. You know, if I'm OlderWatch right now, maybe I go back to the May. You know, maybe I go back
May
to the
works.
May. Maybe you go to the Junkrat, right?
Okay, so I can see May on first point. I could maybe see her on third point, but Streets, I feel like she, you know, if the other team just decides to swap to dive, you know, that like I think May loses a ton of value. But the thing that actually we saw out of the Megs is that they didn't swap off of Ryan Zarya when they were clearly being hard countered by the May.
Yeah, well, they did swap Winston one push, right? There was actually one push where they were on Winston, and I thought that was actually one of their most successful pushes. That's when they got their and they swapped right off of it, which was interesting to see. So,
Yeah.
you know, I do think right now that if I'm the Megs, I'm playing dive into OlderWatch, actually.
Yeah, same.
I don't think they've got the appeal right now. I don't think, and mechanically, I think other than Ice Sickness right now, who's like, I think he's really performing well, right? Like really performing well tonight. I think a standard dive here could do a lot. So
I agree. Yeah.
Now
We're into Hollywood now, right?
yes, we are. We are going to have the Megs starting on attack, OlderWatch starting on defense here.
What do you expect to see?
So if we're talking meta here, I think we're probably going to see maybe some goats v goats.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're going to see that. What do I want to see?
Yeah, what do you want to see?
I want
really.
to see some Hammond. I want to see some Hammond in here. I think Hammond can be really effective sometimes. He disrupts the point a lot. He can even be good on defense sometimes. I just love Hammond as a hero. I think he's really cool. And I'd like to see him incorporated a bit more. I think we're going to see a lot of Hammond come Overwatch League, but
I hope so. Oh god, I hope so.
I mean, we've got how long until Overwatch League starts? I think 2 weeks, something like that. So
I can't wait.
yeah, I know. I'm excited. On the bright side, though, we do have Owlet to carry us over until Overwatch League starts. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if we have Goats meta the entirety of Overwatch League, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be watching Owlet more than I'm gonna be watching Overwatch League. So, these matches are not only fantastic to watch and cast, but they're also fantastic because we get things that are away from like the meta picks that we see all the time from teams.
Yeah,
right?
like in season 1 or stage 1 for Overwatch League, it was like who has the best tracer, right? Like that was like the story for every team. And for the Owlet tournament, I have seen such a diversity of strategies and really have seen a lot of truth just behind the statement that anything can win. Like anything can win here if you play it well enough.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. So, especially when you have like a May Junkrat like we just saw, right? And it just seems to just work. It just works. So, moving into Hollywood here, I think we're probably going to see the Goats v Goats, like I said. But, in my heart of hearts here, I think I'd really love to see maybe even some Farrah Sombra dive. I think that would be really cool. What?
I don't know if you've been reading chat, and I know how much you love OlderWatch, but Signature's called you Futmob.
Futmob?
Yeah.
Where?
Initiating match.
Where? I don't see it in chat. Futmom? Really?
That's not funny, guys. Come on.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's hilarious. Okay. It's not funny. It's hilarious.
Never a dull moment with these teams.
Yeah, that's why we love both of these teams. They bring a lot of personality to the league, or I should say the tournament. They bring a lot of personality to the tournament. They bring a lot of fun, and they bring attitudes that they're just teams you want to watch and you want to see do well, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I wish they could both win.
Yeah, I mean, we asked both teams at the beginning of the match tonight, hey, can both teams win? And they said sure. So maybe we're actually heading
it's
towards...
looking like they're both trying to deliver. So it's anybody's game at this point, really.
I'm really looking forward to the tie on Lijiang Tower.
Classic tie.
The classic tie on control point, right? So, if you haven't seen that before, everyone, go ahead and look up Apex Season 1. So, and you'll see the...
Is that a thing? That's not a thing.
No, it's not a thing.
Okay, I didn't watch Apex Season 1. I have no idea.
Now everyone's gonna be going to Google Apex Season 1.
I've been debating this chat, so you don't have to be. You're welcome.
Yeah, get an F in chat for Toots' IQ, guys. So now, looking at it right now, OlderWatch did go back to the May. They also have the Ash. They're saying, hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And we do have a dive on the side of the Megs here. So that's taking out Sickness though. That's a huge pick, and they don't have a Mercy here.
No Mercy,
And they're just taking out Jolly Roger. Jolly Roger's going to be going down here.
This is going to be a quick take.
Goodbye, and Malik does get a little consolation prize here, but this point's probably going the way of the Megs here. So we talked about it right before the map started. If the Megs swap onto dive against OlderWatch, they're probably going to be able to take them out. They swap to dive. They take him out here. It's like the prophecies were foretold. So,
and they're taking high ground. They're doing everything right here. I think they're taking all the space. Oh, we're seeing a swap back onto dive from OlderWatch in response, though. So we'll see who can control this high ground.
We also have a McCree now, so I do like to swap onto the McCree here.
Yeah.
Fap with a great shot there on Gino, and it looks like they're going to be able to take this fight. They're not getting a lot of payload movement, but it does look like right now Jolly's overextended, needs to stay up and does get taken down. So, looking at it here, we thought it was going the way of OlderWatch, and it does look like the Megs were able to somehow turn that back around.
I'm surprised, honestly.
Yeah, this match has been full of nothing but surprises. The best of surprises.
Yeah, you love to see it, honestly.
Yeah, you know, you think it's going one way and then it just turns around on you. So Malik really needs to get out of there with the back here. Yeah, this is a little bit early here. They need to regroup. The payload is still moving forward. If they just give it a bit of time, I think they can recontest here.
I'm not sure anymore, honestly. If this fight gets drawn out any longer, they're going to have a lot of trouble getting everybody back. Especially if the Megs pushes in here.
Yeah, now, this is something... Now, people who play Overwatch, right, you know what this means. They're getting staggered, right? So what do we mean by staggered when we talk about it, Toots?
We are talking about not going out as 6, single filing out of spawn, and basically just feeding ult charge to the enemy team and dying it, so you can never fully regroup to have an actual team fight.
Yeah, now, they weren't even able to contest the point into point 2 there. The Genji Blade by itself was able to force out Trance, which actually in some ways is a good trade, you know?
That's a really good trade, especially when you get no team fight value out of your Trance. If it's just to save the Zen, that's a good trade.
Now, bomb comes in from Malik, does take out fancy money here, but again, I'm not seeing anything convincing right now from OlderWatch here that says, hey, we're going to be able to hold on. It just seems like we've got a few people just walking around right now, and
they look scattered, they look disorganized. They need to like settle down and set a position up here.
Yeah, so going back to the team card here, what does the team focus on in practice? Not yelling at each other and trying to improve. I'm hoping they're not yelling at each other right now.
Me too.
Right? Like, go back into spawn. Like, actually don't peek at all.
Get a Reinhardt, get something. Just slow it down a little bit. Slow it down.
So, you know, we talk about momentum and how important momentum is in Overwatch, and right now the momentum is on the side 100% here of the Megs. So Bob does come in. I do like this pick from Bob. Magi needs to watch out here, but the Deadeye does come in here. Is he going to get any value? Value is big, though, but the trades are in the favor here of it looks like OlderWatch. So I think, you know...
This is really back and forth, though. This is,
Yeah, this is close here. I think if they're smart, but the res coming in here... Oh, Sickness, though. Taking out Sid here. I think they're going to be able to hold it, and they do finally.
Wow, good job.
Yeah, now, I know Fancy's got ult. I get that, you know, it's a decent ult here, but I would almost say, like, if you're going to have Winston on ult here, yeah, I would almost say just swap the Reinhardt anyway.
Yeah. I think honestly, I would like to see Ryan swaps, or even like I mean, they could just goats it onto, you know, they don't have to get it very far.
Jolly needs to be playing a bit farther forward. They're giving them a lot of space for free right now.
Yeah, at least take high ground or something.
Yeah, so Jolly, though, is going to probably be using, or not Jolly, but Fancy's going to be using ult on the back line here. So the Megs are going to be pushing in here, and it's not looking good on the side of OlderWatch here at all. Sickness needs to pop off, though, if they're going to have a chance. They can't. Jaeger's going to get taken out, and they do end up taking a point. So, yeah, Megs do end up eventually capping. And I think that just comes down to the fact that, you know, they ended up staying on the Winston, and one of the things you need to do with Winston, right, you can't stay on the payload, right? You have to at least position yourself advanced, and you know, I like talking to my players about this as well with Expandable. You know, not saying we're the greatest team in the league, but you know, and our record wouldn't say that, but at the same time, you know,
fundamentals. It's about fundamentals.
It's fundamentals, right? You need to make sure that you're positioning yourself in a place where you don't just let them get in for free, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly. Take the fight, not the payload, you know?
Exactly. So fight where you want to fight, where you have the advantage right now. And I can't help but feel that for OlderWatch, at least right now, they're, you know, the Megs are forcing them, or maybe not forcing them necessarily, but, you know, they're allowing the Megs to fight where the Megs want to fight, right? So I just need a little bit more initiative on the part of OlderWatch here if they're going to be able to cap this point. And they've got 3 minutes and 31 seconds that they have left on the time here for the Megs. So, you know, this is going to have to be a really good push here from OlderWatch Toots.
The big thing there was just that it was the stagger. I mean, we saw it literally starting from the beginning of Streets, right? And then it just basically didn't stop until the very end, right up until they capped it. They got one. It's like kind of like 2 regroups kind of after the first fight, or after maybe Streets. I think they got 2 regroups, and usually you see at least 2 or 3 more actual team fights before the objective gets capped. So hopefully they're going to keep it together a little bit more on the attack here.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about the comp here from OlderWatch? We've got the Pharah Hanzo with the with the Reinhardt actually, Zarya, and we have Ana Zen here with the Pharah. So
I think
Fap just says doesn't matter, guys. I'll go ahead and take care of it.
Step back, boys. I'm gonna go sicko mode.
we can play whatever comp we want. So, and Sickness now taking out Magic Cat. You know, again,
I'm so glad I didn't answer your question about what I thought of the comp
yeah,
there.
what do we actually know about Overwatch? Like, we know literally nothing about Overwatch. And
That anti was gigantic, Jaeger. Oh my god, you're nuts.
You know, we said we need some initiative here from OlderWatch.
Okay.
They must have been listening to the stream or something, because they just said,
woke up.
hey, you know, we're just going to walk through it. Doesn't matter what you can do. Sickness taking out Lord. I mean,
Okay, keep it rolling.
yeah, let's get some momentum going here. Now, I think what's really nice here on the part of the Megs is the setup here from their two snipers. They're on two different high grounds here.
Yeah.
They're controlling different sight lines. I think this is good. And the Pharah is going to have a hard time right now getting value. So I actually don't think the Pharah got a lot of value on point one at all here. Sickness and really just Fat were carrying there a bit. So again, though, the Pharah's not bad. Jaeger's going to have Nano. It's probably going to be coming in here to Reinhardt potentially as he pushes forward. Swinging that hammer, just WM1 right here. The Shatter's going to be coming in any moment here from Jolly Roger. Block, though, from Jolly. But look on the backline here. Magic Cat and Lord just decided to go on the backline and just mess up the entire team there of OlderWatch. So, you know, as much as we like focusing on the front line, the back line was really what was taking the brunt of the damage. And, you know, at this point, Jolly needs to back out. They're staggering again right now. They need to regroup here.
In Overwatch, we talk about zoning shatters as a joke sometimes, but what we just saw there was a distraction shatter, which is very rare. Just bought barely enough time for the backline to get taken out.
Yeah, exactly. The distraction shatter.
Calculated plays, chat. Calculated plays.
Now, how rare would we say that the distraction shatter is on a scale of 1 to 2? And the dragon comes in here. Malik taking a bit of energy from it. Now that was what we call a distraction dragon, so that Magic could get the pick on Wisco.
Exactly,
You know.
exactly. You just block up the visuals with the dragon, just to free up sightlines to your Ashe. Easy.
Yeah, I mean, the Magic Cat's position here is fantastic. There's no real way to contest, but Jolly
let's
coming
clean
through
up
here, but the
Jolly.
counter beat, though, on the side of Megs. They need to back out here. The Diva Bomb's coming through. This could get a lot of value. Zoning Bomb there on the side of the Megs. So
Learning new ways to use these ultimates.
yeah, so, you know, if there's one thing we can say about the Owlet tournament is that we absolutely love all the things that as casters and as players we get to learn. I'm not even kidding here. Like, I have so much fun watching
this is
these
amazing
matches.
to watch.
Yeah, so I'm looking for the grab to come in here, but, you know, all right, they're setting up for Grab Dragon, right?
Magic Cat is zoning
Wisco needs
so
to just swap
hard.
off. Like,
Yeah.
just literally needs, don't worry about the barrage. This is one of those times where,
they're
like,
playing they're banking, they're putting too many eggs. Okay, perfect.
now, they're regrouped here. Lord needs to have that defense matrix all over Malik to make sure that they don't get this grab. But slept in. The Dragon's going to be coming in here. This could be really big. The Trance does come in on the side, but Sickness gets 2. The trade is not fair, and it does look like they'll be able to push through, but they need to contest the high ground. Magic Cat is getting so much value off the Ashe. Gino getting picks here on the Hanzo. Gino backing up just a bit here. They are getting some card push. I do like seeing this from OlderWatch, and there is going to be a recontest, and right now it's going to be a 3v6. They need to back out here. This is how stacked.
Oh, this is not good.
Right, so, you know, you think that you're doing the right thing by pushing the cart, but in reality what you're doing is actually putting yourself in a place where you're actually a bit weaker. So
Yeah, they have spawn advantage. The closer you push, so the more likely you are to overextend, the closer you get into their spawn. That's why you have to be careful, folks.
exactly. So, you know,
Oh,
Sickness, what a shot! What a shot! Where? How did Sickness even get there? What is this madman doing? What is
Simple
this madman
geometry, my guy.
doing? Yeah, we had the Special Forces Anna on Anubis, and we just had Sickness there. If he would have just waited just a little bit, might have seen a bit more value there, right? So we like to call this timing of engagements. So maybe waiting a bit more for more value. So I do think they need to be swapping to dive, and they have swapped to dive. I like this swap from them. Fap
I like
does get
that
taken
dragon
out
to
from
separate
Gino,
the
though.
team.
Yeah, so the split comes in. This is a great dragon on the side of Gino here, because what happens, they jump in as Winston, right? And they split the backline from the front line, reducing the chances for them to be able to follow up on it. So, you know,
And it worked out. Look at that.
yeah, great dragon there from Gino. Like seeing that. And Jolly, again, she just needs to die on point, right? The longer you take to die, especially when you know you're going down, you really need to just, you know, you really just need to bite the bullet. So,
and it helps especially to have someone who calls the resets for the team. Hopefully they have that person on their team.
Now, the real question I have, what are the actual win conditions right now for OlderWatch here? Because I've not seen them. I'm not seeing them.
I don't know, maybe Fab farms up a fast trance, maybe they get a crazy high noon. They're also rolling up on Dragon. They've got a few options here. They just need to really find something that sticks. I mean, hopefully they get a good Dragon, honestly.
Yeah, but every single, I'm seeing it every fight now. Gino's getting 1 to 2 picks every single fight before the fight even starts.
Yeah.
So, we talked about Magic Cat right in the start of point 2 here, and Gino has decided to pick up the rest of the slack here on the latter half of point 2. So, again, really liking this. Sickness might get picked off right here, though.
This will be
can't
really
afford
bad.
this. Yeah, that could have been horrible. And it does look like we might have this last map going here to the Megs. So
it's not over yet. OlderWatch is rolling up on a lot of big ults.
if they
They've
use
almost got
Dragon
6
to split, I think they need to use Dragon to split right here. But Bob's coming in. This is not looking good here. The Bomb's coming in to zone out.
that's
The Dragon
really
just comes
bad.
through. It's going to get Sid.
That's-
But the Bomb is huge from Lord and takes out Bap and Wisco. So just as we said, this map is going to be going to the Megs. And Megs is going to be taking this match over OlderWatch 3-1. Convincing to say the least, but I'm not going to take anything away from OlderWatch. Their hold on point 2 Anubis was phenomenal. Them getting that map win was great, and overall, man, what an enjoyable match to watch from start to finish. Apologies to those of you watching tonight who were not able to see Ilios, because it was a great map for both teams. But let's break it down a little bit tonight, Toots. Let's start first off with what you thought the keys to victory for the Megs tonight.
I just honestly think they had a more cohesive game plan. They seem to have a much better idea of sort of the space they wanted to control. Now, so that's something that we talk about a lot, especially sort of in the most recent seasons, the most recent patches of Overwatch, where D.Va is super strong. You see a lot of dive, a lot of Winston as well. But just controlling high ground, especially when you're going to be playing a lot of Ashe, a lot of McCree, a lot of Hanzo, a lot of Widow. That high ground and controlling space is just absolutely critical, and I think the Megs did an excellent job of doing that tonight.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that 100%. My keys to victory here also, though, are the DPS for the Megs, who just seemed to pop off when they needed it, So, Anubis aside right now, because I did think that Anubis was a great demonstration by OlderWatch of, what they can do when they're working together as a team,
Wisco just shut everybody down on May. That was crazy.
Exactly. You're 100% right. So, but at the same time, looking at the Megs, Magic Cat, incredible, right? Gino, incredible. So, they popped off on Hollywood and they popped off on Ilios. So, at the same time, though, I do think that when it comes to the side of OlderWatch here, Sickness, what a player, right? What a hit scan player. But not only hit scan, also able to flex on the Hanzo there. We saw Sickness flex onto Reaper even for point 2 Anubis. So, a DPS player who's showing a high level of flexibility when it comes to their hero pool. And, that's certainly very valuable when it comes to team play, being able to flex onto what the team needs. So, my keys to victory right now, I think, are the DPS players for the Megs, but also, like you said, I mean, the high level of cohesiveness that we saw from the team, and their positioning in general, right? Their positioning always seemed to be exactly where they needed to be based on the comp that the enemy team was running. Love to see it. Now, let's obviously go to our favorite part, players of the match. Who were your players of the match for both teams, Toots?
Okay, so on the side of OlderWatch, I think I have to give it to Wisco for that May performance, which was nothing short of heroic. I think, honestly, it was literally down to Wisco going onto the point to Blizzard and ice blocking to be the first person to start the real stall. And pun completely intended, the snowball started from there. I think Wisco was key to taking that map, and there's this being the second map that they've taken in the entire tournament, that's a huge deal, and I think a lot of that rested on Wisco's shoulders. So congratulations, Wisco, for that excellent play. Definitely my player for OlderWatch.
Yeah, 100%. And moving on over to the Megs, who was your player of the match for the Megs?
There were a lot of standout players, but I think Magic Cat, honestly, on Hollywood was just shutting down Wisco so well on the streets phase on defense. Like it was crazy. Yeah, it was just an incredible performance.
Yeah, I agree with you on those. I honestly, for me, I think my player of the match right now when it comes to OlderWatch, I'd probably give it to. I'm probably going to give it to Eye Sickness, actually. So I know
Eye
you went
Sickness
with
is really good.
Wisco, but I felt like when it comes to consistency over the maps, I think Eye Sickness was consistently there. He
True.
was popping off all the time. So I think I'm giving it to Eye Sickness. And I want to give a special shout out to Jaeger. We know you haven't eaten a taco, but either way, I mean, the nades that were coming in from Jaeger when they were coming in were pretty fat.
They were
So
sick.
yeah, I mean, really, really good nades. On the side of the Megs, I think I'm going to give my player of the match, actually. I'm going to go the opposite way of you. I'm going to go with Fancy Bunny here, main tank for the Megs. I think Fancy was able to hold a very strong front line, whether it was on Winston or on Reinhardt, which allowed their DPS just to pop off. At no point did I feel like OlderWatch was going to be able to kind of like walk in there and get like a free shatter, or the tank was going to outplay Fancy Bunny. I really felt like Fancy Bunny was completely in control the entire time when it came to the frontline tank play. So my play of the match goes to the Megs, again, allowing those DPS players to pop off when the team's working, when everyone's coordinated. Anybody can get player of the match, and mine tonight goes to Fancy Bunny. So with that said, though, this will bring a close to the match for tonight. Looking at the records going forward here, we have OlderWatch, who goes down to a record of 0-6 right now, while the Megs improved to 4-2, likely moving up in the division into the top half. So, Toots, any closing words from you tonight at all?
Just thank you to the production staff for putting this all together and for letting us cast, and also thank you to the teams for putting on an excellent show for us and everybody else watching at home.
Yeah,
and thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Toots. You've been a pleasure. So,
as have you.
Yes. With that, we are all done for the night. Get some sleep, people. Bye-bye.
Good night, guys.